Valve recently changed the price of the M4A4 and now again you're asking yourself which M4 you should use. Well, I wanna try to help you make that decision, but not give you a definitive answer, since now, more than ever, it really is up to personal choice. You can, and in my opinion, should equip both of these weapons on the buy menu. Doesn't mean you can use only one of them per game if you want to, but situationally it might be best to save the slot instead of putting something like a SCAR 20 there. With owls being this short though, you most probably only going to use one, but which? Before we start, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, like and comment on this video since it helps a ton. Well then, to put it simply, here are some examples. Since these are M4s and not AKs, you can't one-shot headshot, so basically getting at least one headshot and at least one chest shot is very important. Both of these weapons can do this, but for the M4A1-S it's only up to a certain distance. Being really long range means that the M4A1-S no longer can headshot chest shot, but the M4A4 still can. And for really long range I do mean it, since the M4A1-S still has the headshot chest shot potential from short to top mid, but doesn't have it anymore if you shoot from window. Now at close range, the M4A1-S is more powerful, since you can 4-tap the chest, and the M4A4 can only 5-tap it. Once you get to mid range, that changes, since now the M4A1-S can only 5-tap. This happens because the M4A1-S has more damage overall, but the damage follow is greater. So that means that it loses firepower once you're no longer close to the enemy, but the M4A4 doesn't. Or at least, it loses considerably less than the A1S. Then, the A4 has a faster rate of fire. That means that it can basically shoot faster, which might be useful for multi-kills and responding faster to enemy fire. Along with that, the A4 has more bullets with a magazine of 30 rounds, 10 more than the A1S. A small difference, yes, but even the tiniest details could make a difference in this game, and you should consider what's better for your playstyle and the situations you find yourself to be in. Now, this makes it sound like the A4 is the better weapon overall, but that's not necessarily true. For one, the A1S has a better way with recoil pattern. It's tighter, so more easy to control, and has less spread. Also, it's shorter since, again, the weapon holds less bullets than its counterpart. Another important and, I'd say, the most significant difference between the two is the suppressor. If you spam smokes with the A1S, the enemy can't see tracers and therefore cannot pinpoint your position in an exact way. The suppressor also helps with lurks, since it won't give away your position on the radar if you manage to kill someone with it without being seen, although it won't matter as much against a team with above silver communication. That about covers it for now, and you may find yourself still wanting to use both of them, which is good. Personal choice helps to shake up the meta a bit, and also helps with the SAT economy if you didn't want to spend a considerable sum buying the M4A4 before, if you prefer to use it. My suggestion is, if you're a new player, practice M4A4 in deathmatch, recall master, and so on, but stick to the M4A1-S in competitive games. Once you feel comfortable with the A4, switch to using that, and when you eventually rank up again, you will now be able to choose between the two, having had experience with them both.